are back for another Saturday on Pub Sports Radio, the Tailgate. My guys, Wine Time, Guns, Moose, Money, Bets. Man, you guys could be anywhere in the world, and you choose to be here with us on a Saturday. I see the chat's already rolling. Agent Parlay, Martez, good to see you. Strategic Investments, Old E, Ron Lofton. Everybody showing up early, man. We appreciate you guys. Share the video, hit the link. You know how this goes. Best bet show, so no more time for pleasantries. We're going to put the graphics up, and we're going to get rolling. Wine Time, you can go ahead and switch it. I got that. Don't worry. Oop. We're going to have a little bit of technical difficulties for a split second because Jose is out of town, and he makes this run. So you're on the default one now.
Okay, let me go back to Jimmy Jose. I can't find the graphics on here, though.
Okay, so when you click it, you got to go to the weekend one now.
Weekend. Oh, gotcha. Okay, got it.
Okay, so now let's see if I can bring our guys back. Why does it take them off stage? Boom, boom. Everybody, just bear with us. Don't freak out, okay? Just don't freak out. All right?
Pull out. Pull out.
All right, and I think we're good to go. There's the graphics now. So
let's go, fellas. Let's get to it, Cab. Hey, we got a loaded college football card, guys, with my guys, Daby Cab, Moose Money, Guns Picks, every single Saturday right here on Pub Sports Radio, the Tailgate. Hey, we only have a couple weeks left of the regular season, guys. It's kind of bittersweet.
How is it already week 11? Man?
It's crazy how time flies, guys. It really does fly. So we've got plenty of money to make. I'm excited. We've got top 10 matchup to start off right here. So, Cab, get it started here.
Man, I tell you what, everybody's always quick to say, oh, this year alum, this year alum. Look, I didn't choose Tech. Tech chose me, okay? That's how it works. But I am proud of these Red Raiders. They've been playing really good football. You know, this home environment is the reason you're seeing this spread at -10 here. This place is going to be, you know, they've been drinking since, I promise you, 6 o'clock. I mean, the parking lot's been full. Everybody's been tailgating since 6 a.m. Been there, done it many times. BYU is, in my opinion, been undervalued all season, right? The books, for some reason, don't like them. The committee doesn't seem to like them. A lot of people don't like BYU. I don't know what the problem is with them. Maybe they're fraudulent and, you know, they see through it, see something that we don't see yet. But for me, guys, I would not want in this matchup. I wouldn't want to have to lay 10 points. I know Kong is on Texas Tech, so shout out to our guy Kong. But I stayed off. I'd probably be on BYU or if I was betting this.
Yeah, as far as me for this game, guys, I stayed away from this one. I think Texas is this much of a favorite for a reason in Lubbock, Texas. I mean, this place is going to be rocking. They're going to be throwing the tortillas on the field. It's just if they're going to get flagged for it or not. They're definitely going to get warnings and eventually a flag. But I think this crowd's going to be behind this team. This team's going to be in the Big 12 title. It's just going to be up to them if they take care of business there. They're talented. They've got a good coaching staff. I couldn't end up moving on this because it was double digits, but it's Texas Tech or pass for me, guys. I mean, when you see a matchup like this with two top 10 teams and the team is clearly a double-digit favorite, it's for a reason. The books are telling us something. I will just go over the market really quick in this as well. Looking about 55% of the tickets, 63% of the cash on BYU. I wouldn't really call it public. It's pretty 50-50 split. I'm actually surprised that not more of the public is on BYU, but you touched on it, Cab. A lot of people aren't high on this team as of myself. Don't think they're as good as their record indicates. It's going to be a pass for me. It's Texas Tech or nothing. Moose, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, Index does like BYU in this. They have Texas Tech as favorites of 9, 7.5, 5, 10.5, and a 4. You did see this line get driven up from the single digits into the double digits. And looking at this line, based off of Texas Tech being a -10 favorite, who would you say is ranked higher? Because BYU is actually ranked 1 point higher, yet it is a double-digit spread. That's kind of a red flag. It would be Texas Tech or nothing. One thing I was kind of looking at last night, but I ended up not moving on it, was a rushing prop for either Cameron Dickey or Jacoby Williams, because the BYU rush defense has been susceptible at times, and the Texas Tech running game has been very good. Not sure how much they want to have Baron Morton kind of back there, dropping back, slinging the rock against a pretty solid BYU pass rush. I could kind of see Texas Tech trying to run the ball, but ultimately I am off. Closest I got was rushing props with either Dickey or Williams.
Before Guns takes it away, I just want to give a quick shout out to our guy, Julian Cesaro. If you guys haven't met this guy, one of the coolest people you could ever meet. Comes out to pub every single year. I've met him out here in LA. Oh, I haven't met him out here in LA actually, but he lives in my area. We're going to get to a ball game here pretty quick, but shout out to him for that donation. As always, good luck to you, my guy. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Guns, I know you got something on this. What's your play in this one, my guy?
Blessing our action, man. I want to say thanks as well, man. Shout out to all the members and shout out to the Blessing the Action, man. That's good vibes.
We said it on Jay Cavalier's player performance show in college, on the college football show with Coach. And this game is identical to Cincinnati and Utah last week. It's the same type of structure, right? You have a higher ranked road team going against a lower ranked home team, but you have them as a significant favorite. And what happened? Utah absolutely thumped Cincinnati. And I think we're going to be seeing the same thing. There's key injuries there for BYU that you have to pay attention to. There's a lot of guys that are banged up, especially on that defensive side of the ball. And I think that's what's making the line geared up. But this is going to be the best team that BYU has faced. And they've been very reluctant in keeping in some of these games. Vulnerabilities last two games, 479 yards given up to Utah, 495 given up to Iowa State. They lost the yardage battle, minus 102, minus 185 in both those situations, but they capitalized on turnovers. +2 turnover ratio versus Utah, +4 turnover ratio versus Iowa State. Iowa State actually had the strength in that game, but they let the foot off the gas pedal in the second half and just absolutely collapsed. And I don't think Texas Tech is built that way. Their defense is so strong all around on the offense as well. Baron Morton in there. I don't think he's going to be making mistakes. This is the largest dog line that BYU has had all season long, and Texas Tech is 6-0 ATS as a double-digit favorite this season, 5-0 ATS at home. I think Texas Tech is going to get it done. They're going to be very hyped up for this game, and I'm sick of seeing the BYU Cougars win when statistically they're winning these games in miraculous fashion that I've never seen before in college football. Texas Tech all day long. Give it to me. I don't care what the number is. They moved from minus 10.5 last night to minus 11.5. That should tell you something.
Yeah, I'm close to it. I might be there with you on Texas Tech before the show ends today, guys. It's screaming Texas Tech. I wanted to see more of the public on BYU though. Cab, take over.
Two things. One, we're gonna need banners because I guess T couldn't get all the graphics up, which is
I
fine.
Say, yeah, we need.
I'll make the banner. It's when you got to get a game, I'll make it. Two, man, shout out to our dude Dutch right there in the chat, man. He went 4-1 again yesterday. Who the fuck goes 4-1 and it lowers their season percentage? That's how much
you're hitting 90%
NBA bets, right? Shout out to my dude, man. It's fucking 4-1 lowers the overall percentage. That is wild.
There isn't a hotter NBA capper right now in the game than Dutch Boy right now. He's hitting nearly 90%, and it's kind of he's giving his plays out every single day, guys. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, have you seen Guns? I think he's like, what is it now?
90%. He's like legit 90%. It's wild.
In NBA, yeah. I wish I bet NBA, but I made a rule for myself. I'm only a college guy.
Yeah, I don't either. So I'm with you.
NFL and MLB, I dabble, but I mean, no, I can't mess with the NBA. But congrats, Dutch. Hell yeah, man. Give him the horn.
Yeah. All right, what do you want me to make a banner for?
Oh, can we go to Penn State and Indiana? Can we
get right that graphic off, and I'll get the banner for you.
You got it, guys. Yeah, let's get to this really quick, guys. Penn State being at home finally again. Once again, it seems like against the number 2 team in the nation, Indiana, rightfully so. The spread right now is 14.5 over under 50.
Okay.
So we've got the number 2 team heading into Penn State here, guys. Listen, in the beginning of the season, everyone was high on Penn State as they should have been. The roster was just absolutely phenomenal. They've dropped 5 straight losses ever since that loss to Oregon. They have completely laid down and died, but I think this roster is a little bit better than the record indicates. I know it is. I mean, the coaching staff too, how much these guys are getting paid. These guys got to do something. You're looking for your next job. If you're a coordinator here, if you're a player in your last year, you're looking to get drafted here, looking to move up your draft stock. Perfect team to do it right here, Indiana. I mean, I don't know if there's a better offense actually in the country right now than Indiana. The way these guys come out there from start to finish, it's absolutely wild. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to break this down too long. Give me Penn State. I got the +16, -120. You can buy up around -135 right now. I would still take whatever you can get, 14.5, 15 on Penn State. I think this team is too talented. They're at home. I think this is a big letdown spot for Indiana. This spread should be like 20 at this point, the way Penn State's been playing. The fact that it's only a 16 and it went down to a 14.5, looking at the market right now, I mean, it's clear as day, guys. 75% of the tickets, 64% of the cash. That gives you 25% of tickets, 36% of cash on Penn State. The line's moving towards them. They're a talented roster. I'm going to trust Jimmy Knowles goes out there, comes up with a good game plan, a good scheme for that defense, and that offense is able to move the ball methodically, use your running backs that should be going in the NFL draft this year. I mean, they should have gone last year, if we're being completely honest, and keep the ball out of harm's way. Don't turn the ball over in your own zone. You're going to cover this spread. I think Penn State's put Indiana on upset alert. Sprinkle that money line, guys. You remember what I said last week about SMU and Miami? This is that same little sprinkle. So give me Penn State here.
Man, Moose's shirt's so fucking cool. I didn't notice the ugly hat he had on.
Yeah, talk to me, Moose. Yeah, that's what we're about here. So I'm right there with Wine Time on this. Obviously, the hat gives the bet away, but Indiana is a favorite on the index of a -7, -3.5, -8, -3, a -20, and a +14. So the index does like Penn State quite a bit. Wine Time talked about the market, how it also really likes Penn State. Teams didn't play last year, so you don't really have the ability to do some line correlation, or I'm sorry, line functionality. But you can kind of look at how the season has gone, and you have seen the market significantly adjust to Penn State, and they are dropping them, and they are putting them into the category of where Indiana used to be. I mean, this used to be Indiana at home as the 14-point dog, and now they are the road 14-point favorite at Happy Valley. That is a tough pill to swallow, but I get it.
I got that wrong on the graphic.
What?
You're good.
No, you have it
Indiana's-
right. Oh, no, they are at Penn State. They are at Penn State.
My bad.
It's all good. No worries.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing that I really kind of hang my hat on in this matchup is the return. Now, I'm going to try this. I'm going to give it a whirl. Ole Agave, Iowa.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, all right. We're going to roll with that.
What is that, Dutch? Dutch?
Well, I mean, Samoan, but Islander, Pacific Islander.
Pacific Islander.
Shout out all the people out there at Oceanside.
Good people.
Go Pirates. And the thing that I saw last week with the return of Iowa is that run game looked significantly better. There was push. Katron Allen was able to get some movement. There were some fluke turnovers there, kind of just throwing the ball directly to a defender, losing a couple of balls. You also had some significant issues with kind of those third and longs, because this Penn State team is not going to be built to convert those third and longs. So I kind of think they're going to have some early down success to be able to move the ball, because you are going to have a run game that is still going to be one of the better run games in the country. It's just a matter of how efficient can they be. They should be very efficient. And I think the return of Iowa is going to make sure that they are going more towards that direction. I'm going to take the +15 that I got. Love that it's dropping down to the 14, but I got the +15. If you got a 14.5, you want to buy up to it, do it. If you want to cash, but if you feel good with the push, take the 14.
So we got multiple people here taking the Nittany Lions after their 5-game losing streak. Want to hear what you got, Guns? Chill Will said he's on the over. Shout out to our guy Chill
Will
in the chat. Good to see you, Kristen. And I'm seeing everybody out there. Rob, Penn State, my ass. He said you two guys are spinning a fairy tale right there. What do you think, Guns?
I'm confused about this game, and why I'm staying away from it is because the mentality of Kurt Signetti right now is similar to the Sensei in Cobra Kai. No mercy, sweep the leg, choke them out. Just never stop relentlessly smacking teams in the mouth. They're the number 2 team in the country, and I think that there is at least him just emphasizing to his team. He's like, there is no weak opponent out there. We can't let teams stay close, and we just got to murder everybody in our path, no matter how good or bad these teams are. And that is what's making me stay away from this teams, no matter what. When you're looking for that fade spot to fade Indiana, it ain't against a team like Penn State. It ain't against a team like mid-range Big Ten. It's where they're maybe too high inflated dog-ish. Like I wanted to fade him against. I guess I did try to fade him against Oregon, and I failed. But Ohio State's going to be a team that can beat him. I'm not going to step in front of that wagon, man. I'm not going to play it either, because I think that line was. I was like, wow, that line is kind of low. How bad Penn State is, but Penn State still has value in the market in some way, shape, or form in terms of the public perception. So I'm just going to pass on this completely. I ain't playing it.
Hey, we might hit that 275 today, man, in the chat. Shout out to all you guys. If you share it, hit the like button. We hit the 250 2 weeks ago, and right now, we're already up almost 200 people live on YouTube, 218 between X and YouTube. So Run it up, and we'll do another giveaway if we hit 275.
Moose, where are we going to next, my guy?
Is there another early one that we don't have a graphic for?
Another early one. I mean, a Georgia game. I'm not sure if we have a graphic. We do have a graphic for that one. Also, I know Guns is on I'm on as well, the JMU Marshall game and the Colorado West Virginia. We don't have to talk all three of those, but I know Colorado.
Okay, well, and we can be quick or just give out what you want to give out on it too. So, you got number 5 Georgia here going to take Mississippi State. Shout out to Dutch again, because he was asking me this morning. One of the first ones he sent me, he was like, Mississippi State plus 8.5, or am I getting too cute? I say this every week, guys. You got to know who you're betting on with your coaches in college football. Kirby Smart does not go out there and try and cover spreads. He don't give a fuck. And
he doesn't want to cover spreads, Cab.
Wine Time's laughing because he knows what y'all dealt with last week. Taking a knee on the 1 yard line, I mean, just rip it out, fucking stab it,
so
throw
nice.
it on the ground.
That was beautiful. If you had Florida State, I was like, oh no. Yes.
I was going to that. I was there like, oh my God, what's going to happen right now? And he goes down at the one. And I was like,
had to do it that way. You knew that was the play. 100%.
I will never talk smack on Gunnar Stockton again.
I don't know why you're worried. Florida would have definitely driven down the field in those last few seconds and covered.
You're right.
Well, so my point, though, as to all you guys, got to get that, Kirby Smart don't give a fuck about covering spreads. So, I'm not ever rushing to the window to back Georgia on a double-digit spread, or not a double. You got to win by double digits here to cover it. And I'm never, rushing to the window for Georgia with that. What I did bet, though, in this game, and I posted it as 2 units, and anybody who follows me knows that I very, very, very rarely ever do that. I just track everything as 1 unit for you guys. Even if I am betting it more, I keep it the same. I wanted you guys to know that I was putting a little extra on this. I got Chauncey Bowens. He is actually running back number 2 technically for Georgia. However, each week we have seen his carries increase. He's a young guy who's really starting to hit form. And I think he's, kind of almost become the running back 1. His yards were at 43.5 when I got in on it. That's now at 53.5. And guess what? I still endorse it. But when I posted it and when I bet it, 43.5, I got 2 units on it. Absolutely love it. That's Bowens, the running back for Georgia. I'll let you guys take it.
Yeah, I'll just go be quick, guys. I think I'm on the wrong side in this game. You guys know me. When I think I'm on the wrong side of the guy, I'm going to come out here and say it. I got in on Mississippi State plus 8. I thought this was going to get down to a plus 7 at some point. No, we're seeing 9.5. I'm seeing maybe some 10s are going to pop up here any minute now. That's not good for Mississippi State. Being at home, you'd think they'd be able to cover this spread. That's what they've been able to do. They should have beaten Tennessee in that game that went into overtime. That A&M game on the road, I mean, that first half, Mississippi State played them tough. Second half, it kind of got blown out, but Mississippi State's been playing good football all season long. It seems like they're just doing enough to cover these spreads, and I like everything they're doing over there. And so I got the plus 8. You can get a 9.5 right now. You could probably even get a 10 at some spot. So keep that in note, guys. If you want to look at the market really quick, it doesn't really put me on either side. I mean, more the public is coming in on Georgia, but it's not much. 55% of bets, 66% of money, but yet this line is moving towards Georgia. It's sharp money from what it seems like, not public money. Something tells me that maybe the talent mismatch here might really favor Georgia, even though they're going on the road in a hostile environment. Going to go to the bell cow. Things going to be ringing all day long. I'm on Mississippi State plus 8. My bet's in. You can get a better number now, guys. Take that better number. Guns, Moose, if you guys have anything on this, let them know.
I do. And I don't have, I was in the same boat as you, Wine Time, earlier in the week. When I saw that line come out open at 7.5, I was doing this. And I was just rubbing my hands. And I'm like, this is the spot that Mississippi State kind of comes over the hump. And what I wish would have happened is I wish that Mississippi State would have lost against Arkansas, because that team was just on the precipice of winning an SEC game for so long. And I knew this would have been the perfect storyline spot. However, they're coming off a win. Haven't got a win in a while. And they're going against a Georgia team they haven't beat since 1976 or something like that. And then I turn on my TV this morning. I turn on ESPN, and I got Tim Tebow telling me that Mississippi State's going to win outright. FS1 telling me they're going to win outright. I have all these pundits telling me this. You know exactly what happens when everybody and their uncle is on this dog. The opposite happens.
Yep.
But I think, and I talked about it on the Instagram live yesterday, and I think this has some validity in here. You can play this and kind of piece it up into quarters. You can piece it up into halves. Mississippi State's going to definitely be rocking in the first half. There's no question. There's about 60,000 cowbells going to be ringing through there. There's going to be adjustments that Georgia's going to have to make. But I think maybe in the first half, they could come out sluggish. They could come out there and not play the best first half. And now you could either take Mississippi State in the first half of the first quarter, which I think has validity to it, or you could wait, watch the first half, see what happens. And if Georgia is down after the first half, guess what? I am going to hammer the Georgia Bulldogs in the second half like it's my job. I may take my whole entire house mortgage, put it on the line, slap it there, and say, give me the Bulldogs right now. They are going to absolutely murder, because this could be exactly what happened to them, Mississippi State, when they played Texas. Their team is on the up and up. They're just not ready with that defense, especially. The defense is just terrible. They give up so much. The offense is great, but I think the momentum and the patine off of that shine is going to go down. And then Georgia, Kirby Smart screaming at his, I want them to be down so I can see Kirby Smart screaming at his team, yelling at them, and then those boys come out of the locker room and they just absolutely just pistol whip this team.
Or Bowens can just control the game from start to finish.
Feels like a Georgia spot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
2-unit bet. Your homie's on it. Root for Bowens. Moose, what you got?
Yeah, I was really close to looking at getting on the Georgia running back rushing prop. I think that's kind of where you might have the best advantage right now.
Which running back?
Either or, dude. You could take Frazier or you could take Bowens. Really, but the whole thing that I was
rushing.
What's that?
I was gonna say Gunnar Stockton over rushing.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure, if it's at the right number, value's value. But the thing that I really liked here is that the Georgia offense seems to be more defined by the run, because for a while they had so many amazing receivers, but drops have become a significant problem over in Georgia. You got to wonder what's going on with the wide receivers at practice, because the drops have been increasingly bad. But I think that the running game here could have a significant advantage. But Mississippi State at home, especially the last two games, has been very good. Against Texas, they only allowed 72 rushing yards. And against Tennessee, they only allowed 130. But earlier in the year, they gave up 250 plus to Arizona State. It's just a matter of what Mississippi State team shows up. Are we going to see the Mississippi State team that has a trajectory of going up? And I love that they finished and won that game against Arkansas. That was an amazing finish. They played all the way through. They played, the full 60 minutes. You love those teams. You love betting on those teams because you're going to get the full 60 minutes. But this is Georgia. I feel like this is a Georgia spot. The money has been driving towards Georgia. I might get there with the rushing props. Right now I am off, but I think the rushing prop is the best look here.
I love to hear that when I've got 2 units on it. So thank you, Moose. Hey, shout out to our guy Big Boss in the chat, man. What up, though? Kevin, pause with that Mississippi D sucks, man. I was reading that. I was like, I don't know. All right, let's keep it. What other early game, or are we just going to go out? You want to just give out your JMU bets?
Oh, yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, Guns, you start this one off because I'm not going to have much to say about this one other than a couple emotional things to say. So, Guns, take it over, my guy. Yeah. James Madison heading on the road to Huntington, West Virginia. Marshall Thundering Herd, the weekend of the anniversary, the week of week 75. What do you have in this one, my guy?
It's not the day, though. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Everybody wants to jump on the day, but this is a motivational spot here for JMU. JMU has more to play for than Marshall in this one at Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. Listen, I mean, this JMU team is thumping along 7-1 on the year, going against a Marshall team that is 4-4. I hope they don't win another game because I have their team total under in there. It's 4.5. It's not looking good. I didn't think Marshall would win some of these games, but I digress. What JMU does very well is they run the ball. They're 8th in rush play percentage. They're 12th in rushing yards per carry, 8th in rushing yards per game. And Marshall's defense has shown some weaknesses against the run game. You look at some of the previous games against good run teams, 264 given up to Louisiana, 5.7 yards per carry, 173 given up to ODU, 4.6 yards per carry, 214 rushing yards given up to Coastal Carolina, 4.8 yards per carry in that game. Marshall is run-oriented as well, but JMU's defense 9th in opposing rush yards per carry, 7th in the country in rushing yards per game. This is a good defense, JMU. Like Kurt Signetti left and Bob Chesney just took it over and just made it his own. And it's absolutely exceptional what they're doing now. Last year, these two teams did meet. JMU lost at home 35-33. They had a collapse at the end of the year that kicked them out of the Sun Belt Championship. They lost to Georgia Southern. Then they lost to Marshall back-to-back. They were 3.5-point favorites in that spot. And now you're seeing them here as a 13.5-point away favorite, which is the line reversal type of thing that you don't want to see, which gives a strong indicator for JMU. Also, JMU is 3-1 ATS on the road, 3-1 to the under if you like the under in that one. And the home team, every time these two teams meet, 0-3 straight up and ATS last 3 meetings. So JMU is the spot here. It is a VIP play that I gave out to the clients. JMU minus 13.5 is the way I'm playing that game.
See, you turn into the tailgate right here, and you get a little VIP too. Shout out to Guns, man. We appreciate you for sharing that, man, because I know it means something. So thank you. Can I go on into the 2 o'clock, or is there another?
Oh, I got a bet in this game, Cab.
I thought you said you didn't have much to say.
Not much to say, but I got a bet to say here, my guy. Listen, this goes back to last year. I remember we were sitting backstage and Guns was talking about Marshall. He's saying it was the anniversary. And we're like, holy shit, like we had no idea. We all
I remember that. Like
it did hit though, right?
Yeah,
it was easy money. And listen, it's not the same date. Guns alluded to it. It's actually, I believe it would actually be next weekend, but they're going on the road. Right. They're doing all of the ceremonies this week. They've got a nice memorial site out there. I told Moose, I was like, in the next decade, give myself a decade. I want to get out to Huntington, West Virginia, go to this kind of game. I want to go see the memorial, all that stuff, because Grandpa took me to see the movie as a kid. It always hit me some kind of way, just seeing all those kids go down there. And I think that JMU, I mean, this is a really talented team. You guys see out of the G5 programs, this is the team that's potentially going to make it. And they just have to win out and win their conference. I think Marshall might have a little bit to say about that. Their head coach, I mean, he was saying he looked almost pissed off in his interviews when he was talking. He almost looked like he was going to cry in the presser, just talking about like how much this game means, not just to the team, but to the whole community of Huntington, West Virginia. You come to Marshall to play specifically for this kind of game. I think these kids are going to show up in a big way. I don't know if they get the win outright. Going to give me 13.5 points. I took the 13.5. I hate to be on the other side of Guns because I even reached out to Guns. I was like, what do we think about this game? And he told me what he was on. I was like, well, I didn't want to hear that because I just want to back Marshall because of the motivational factor. I think JMU's the way better team, got the better coach. Nothing. I can't argue with that. It's a motivational thing. I think they can cover within the 13.5 points. Give me Marshall. Thunder and Herd. RIP.
Hey, hopefully you're doing good, Galactic High, man. Every time I see you in here, man, good to see you in here. I'm glad you're out of the hospital too, my dude. I'm glad
Shout
you're here with us. Flea, the biggest jewel, man. Drewski. Just realized that. Wager Detective, Man Bear Pig, 2 cents, my guy, man. What a chat we got in here right now, man. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Let's keep it rolling. You want to go into 2 o'clock game or you want to let our guy wine time? I'm going to let you choose. How are we going to roll this?
Let's see. Do we have someone backstage?
Yeah, we got Kong ready.
Let's have Kong. Guys, we're actually going at a really brisk, nice pace right now. We've been crushing these games. Let's bring on Kong's really quick. Let's have him give out his plays, and then we will get back into the afternoon games. So without further ado, Daby Cab, you want to introduce him? You want me to introduce?
Shit. For me to put his intro on, which I think we need, you have to click back over to the default one.
You're good. We don't got to. Everyone knows that Kong's got one of the best intros in the
game.
This is how I feel about not getting to see Kong's intro.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
What the fuck happened?
There we go. Hey, there's Kong.
Top of the morning to you, lads. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the tailgate. Kong Clips in the building. Looking to just keep stacking units, man. Had another positive week last weekend. Let's get straight to it. No need to fret. Indiana gave it out at 13.5 on Monday. I think Indiana gets it done, man. This team, I watched them play last week. This team is playing some really great football. Both sides of the ball. Defensively, they're flying around. They're swiping at the ball. They're getting fumbles. Love seeing what this team's doing right now. I laid the 13.5 at minus 118. I endorsed the 14.5, but I'm not going to play it because I have a 13.5. Follow me at Kong's Clips to get those numbers early in the week. Another early week line, I got Texas A&M at 5.5, laying 5.5 at Missouri. I think Texas A&M keeps rolling here and getting them under a touchdown that early in the week. I had to grab it. So we'll move on to the next one. Bama at 10.5. Bama laying 10.5 at home against LSU. This Bama team had a really, really rough start. Everybody questioning what Bama was going to be this year, coming out losing to Florida State like they did, and they've bounced back like no other bounce back I've seen before, crushing teams week in and week out. Had a close game against South Carolina in there somewhere. But Bama at home, it's a different animal, man. I think LSU's checked out. They got rid of their coach, Garrett Nussmeier. Gus Meyer is dog poo-poo. I think Alabama wins this game by 2 or 3 touchdowns, so I'm laying the points. Virginia at home against Wake Forest, laying 6.5. This Virginia team has been one of the surprises of the season in the ACC and in the country, really. I don't think they stack up well against the better teams in the Big Ten or the SEC, but I think this Virginia team is really good for the ACC. Chandler Moore's been banged up for a couple weeks now. I think he's probably getting back to healthy. I think they come in and I think they win this game by double digits. Give me Virginia minus 6.5, minus 115. TCU hosting a injured Iowa State team. I'm laying it with TCU, man. The problems on this Iowa State defense is in the secondary. They're a little banged up back there. They let Jeff Sims last week put boots to ass, and Jeff Sims is the worst quarterback in the country. I think TCU comes in here. I think they put up a bunch of points, and I think they win this game going away. Also on Josh Hoover, 3+ passing touchdowns at plus 114. Florida, Kentucky. I'm on the under 44.5, minus 114. I just think it's going to be a lower scoring game. This Kentucky team somehow makes teams play at their pace, and we're just seeing lower scoring games in and out. And it's in Lexington this week. I think it's a lower scoring game, and I think Kentucky is live to beat Florida at home this week. West Virginia hosting Colorado. Colorado is checked out. I hate to say it, but this team's got too many quarterbacks, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. I think West Virginia might have caught traction last week. I think the travel spot for Colorado is not a good travel spot. I think West Virginia can get it done by a touchdown. I'm laying it, minus 106. Texas Tech gave this out at 9.5. Excuse me. Texas Tech gave this out at 9.5 earlier in the week. Laying some juice, minus 128. I've personally also played the 10.5. The number is 11.5 as of this morning. I've got some notes here. Let's see what we got. Texas Tech, second in the country in yards per carry allowed. PFF grades Tech easily the best run defense in the country. BYU is 99th pass play success rate. Texas Tech is second in pass rush grade by PFF. BYU is a run heavy team that's going to have to throw the ball. There's only one team to put up 20 points on the Texas Tech defense this season, and it was in the last minute of the game. I don't think BYU gets their team total here. I'm on their team total under 20.5 at minus 120, minus 125. This Tech defense is great, bro. Bear Bachmeier coming into a hostile environment. Texas Tech has just been rolling. They got their quarterback back last week, Bear Morton. He's going to put up points. This defense has got a chance to put up points as well. So I'm on the Tech minus 9.5. I'm on the Texas Tech first half minus 6.5 at minus 110. I'm on the BYU team total under 20.5 at minus 125. The plus money prop of the week is Hoover 3+ passing touchdowns at plus 114. I've also put a half unit on Josh Hoover to get 4+ passing touchdowns at plus 320 to win back a little over a unit and a half. And the 2-unit parlay of the week. Let's try to hit this again this week. We hit it last week with the most improbable cover I think I've ever had in my life with Vanderbilt plus 3.5. So when things are going your way, they're just going your way. Look to get some more of that ball luck again this week. Indiana minus 13.5. Texas Tech minus 6.5. Texas A&M money line and Alabama minus 6.5 at plus 444. Appreciate you guys for having me. Let's go out and kill this card this week. Everybody hit the like button, retweet the show, follow me at Kongs Clips. I'm out.
Keep firing, assholes!
And welcome to the stage, Moose Money Bets.
Oh, so all of our other productions
even look
sucks
like
ass, but
Moose
that
right
one we're on
there.
point for. All right. Everything else, like we don't know what we're doing, but the Moose call, boom, we got that one like loaded up, ready to go. Cab's muted. Yeah, just leave him there. There you go.
Man, first off, fuck all of you. Second, what? I'm doing a good job producing. What do you want me to say? There's a Moose call. He said Moose.
Oh yeah, that was knocked that one out of the fucking
I
park.
did
That was
pretty
good.
good, I thought. So
That
now we
was
get
good.
back on track. We get back on track. Shout out to you guys in the chat, man, and Kong's Clips for bringing the action like always. Hit the 2-unit parlay last week, and I don't know if he said this, but if he didn't, it goes without saying. You know, you only got to hit a couple of those all year. He's, you know, last year him hitting the first 4 or 5 in a row, whatever it was, that was insanity, like what Dutch is doing in NBA right now. But for profitability, which is what the real matter is, you only got to hit a few of them a year, and he just got one last week. So shout out to him. Let's go get another one this week.
We
Let's
talk about what we're doing in college basketball right now as a group. I mean, it seems like me and Daby are high-fiving every single week.
Bro, I love college basketball.
You guys are ass slapping on the sideline in the group chat. Come on, man.
Slap ass. Slap
For my
ass.
Telegram,
Wait, before we get to this game,
right now. So I mean, I'm 37 right now.
Before we get to this game, is this a 12:30 game, Kevin?
Or 3 o'clock or 3:30 or 2:30.
Okay, never mind. Let's get right to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
12:30.
3:30.
I'm gonna let Moose, after Cab talks this game, I want Moose to take over. So Daby Cab, start this one off. Texas A&M heading to Missouri for a road SEC game. The spread is 6.5, 7. Totals at 48. What are you on in this one, my friend?
Shout out to our guy Kong, man, right here.
No one wants to watch me drink. It's not just wine time, Moose. See, it's not just wine time that wants to drink.
Just say, if you just want to drink, just drink. You don't need people throwing dollars at you to make you.
Moose, I do this for the chat, not for myself. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Daby Cab, start this one off.
Hold on, bro. I want to see you drink. Double shot.
Well, okay. I'm gonna take this one first.
Thank you.
I know Moose went through an attorney on this game, so we'll let him speak about it after that.
There's 2. You got to take 2. Man, you can speak. Y'all can do whatever you want. Say whatever y'all want. Just Stacks, you can tell me that saying fuck means I'm not right again. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Go ahead, Moose. Say some dumb shit. Put another ugly hat on.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer any questions at this time. I'm exercising my legal right to remain silent and to avoid making any statements that could be used against me or misconstrued in any way. This decision is made without prejudice and should be not interpreted as an admission of guilt or liability.
And that's the law. So, I mean, we have to respect the law here, guys.
So me now or guns? How are we doing this? We
you,
got
Dad.
more Missouri backers. That was funny, Moose. Hats off to you. Anybody else want to say something?
I mean, I'll say I lean A&M. I don't know if I'm going to get there, though. The line keeps dropping on that game. But you're a third-string quarterback for Missouri. Very good rush defense there for A&M. And I see Missouri's rush kind of dropping in the last 2 weeks. Didn't do well against Auburn. Didn't do well against Vanderbilt last week. I'm not high on this Missouri team anymore. I lean A&M, and you put something in there in the chat about their one of their top receiving tight ends going to be out this game.
Missouri has the top receiving tight end, and I know for sure the SEC, possibly college football.
Yeah, he's out.
Well, he won't.
Yeah,
be.
two freshmen in a big game like this. It's not. It's this is A&M or pass.
How about you? How about you say stuff, Moose, instead of just putting it in the chat like a. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna stay calm. Stay calm. What'd you say? They don't have a good rush defense on the road. I agree, but give me a chance to rebuttal here, okay? What did because I know you saw it, Moose. You watch everything. What did the committee say about A&M being number 3? Why did they say they were number 3 and not number 1 or 2?
I plead the 5th.
Okay, Guns, do you know the answer?
No.
They came out and said it. They made a public statement and said it was because of their defense, because their defense was not up to par, this, that, and the other. I fucking promise you that Mike Elko put that in every single one of their lockers this week. Cassius Howe you thought he was hype against LSU. Wait till he's going against who's supposedly the number 1 offensive lineman in the nation. I'm telling you right now, this freshman quarterback is in for a long day. And this freshman quarterback, unlike Prabula, he's not going to be scrambling. He's a pocket passer, and A&M gets after pocket passers. You got a quarterback that can get out of the zone, we got a problem. You got a pocket passer, different story. A&M, I'm also on KC Conception over 50.5. I could keep going, so I'll stop.
Shout out to you, Daby Cab. I mean, I know you know this team more than anyone else. I ended up staying off this game. My initial lean, I mean, I talked with Moose about this earlier in the week. I just kind of like Mizzou at home. I do think A&M wins this game. If I was going to get 7, I would take Mizzou. But at the same time, I'm not going to do that. It doesn't correlate enough for me to move on it. The market will get me to move on it. From a next to no standpoint, could somewhat get me on it. It is a freshman quarterback starting here against an A&M defense that I do believe is better than what the committee is probably putting them. As you mentioned, Cassius Marsh, really good defensive lineman. Like everything A&M's been doing this year, I didn't think they were going to be this good, Cap. So shout out to you because you've kind of been right on this team all season long. Mizzou, if they can get that run game going, that running back can get out in open space and kind of force some
good back
and take off and get to the end zone, like a couple explosive plays. I think Mizzou might be able to hang in this game, but it's a pass for me, guys. I want to give a quick shout out to our guy, Daby Cab, gifting a Pub Sports Radio membership. Our guy, Gorky, backstage, hanging out, gifted a Pub Sports Radio membership. Our guy, Jason Meyer, said he got a refund from Guns. Free McDonald's breakfast, VIP package to fund Wine Times Alcoholism. Shout out to you, my guy.
That's a great coupon that you got. I mean, come on now. The benefit of being a VIP.
Yeah, I told you guys, too. Don't let him sandbag us. You got to keep up. I know that's like 3, maybe.
That's 2, so I need it.
Oh, you could already hear it. God damn.
Yeah. So
it's 7 a.m.
I know.
7:46 a.m., guys, and I've got an engagement party to go to at 6 p.m. tonight during the UCLA game. So it's going to be a wild one, guys.
Wine time.
Dude, your liver.
My engagement party, obviously, my friend's engagement party. But let's move on to this next game, guys, because this is a game that means a little more near and dear to my heart than most people that live in Southern California. When you talk about a team like this, it's mostly people from the state. We're going to go right to the beautiful Iowa City, Iowa, Oregon, the number 6 team in the nation, number 9 in the college football playoff poll. A little surprising because their best win so far is against a Northwestern team that just got the doors blown out of them from USC last night. I was on the wrong side in that one, but that second half was pretty wild. But USC, that's a good football team over there. And this is a big game for Iowa, though, guys. Listen, a couple weeks ago, I came on here. I sent you guys a screenshot of what the bet I put in on Iowa to win the Big Ten. I can get better odds right now. I can get a plus 1250 now, plus 12,500 on Iowa to win the Big Ten. I got the plus 10,000. It pays out $20,000. This was the one game I had circled that it's like, okay, like they lose this, obviously they're not going to make it. And if they win this, they still got to go on the road to USC. But USC kind of like that they blew out Northwestern because when Iowa goes on the road there, depends on what happens in this game, of course, but we're going to have time. We're going to have room to hedge at the same time. But as far as this game goes, guys, Iowa should not be a 6-point dog here. This should be like a 9, 9.5, 10. Why is it a 6, 6.5? It's because of the grit that this Iowa program has had. Kirk Ferentz finally has his offensive coordinator, finally has an efficient running quarterback. The run game is efficient. The defense, these guys don't miss tackles in open space. They don't commit penalties. Don't turn the ball over. It's really just been the offense. That's been the problem over the last couple of years, and they figured it out. They've been scoring at will. Give or take the competition, the Big Ten schedule that they have faced isn't as superior as some other teams, but listen, Iowa's going to beat these guys outright. You don't need the 6 points. Take the money line at plus 190 in your back pocket. Iowa's not only going to cover this game, they win this game outright. It's going to be a crazy environment at Kinnick. By halftime, it's going to be pitch black out there, and Iowa's going to be wearing their black unis. This is the biggest game probably in Kirk Ferentz's time at Iowa, considering they've been in Big Ten titles, but this means a little bit more, I feel like. This coaching staff, guys, I'll be quick. Coaching staff from Oregon, young motherfuckers. Iowa coaching staff, some old-ass motherfuckers. They got an advantage on the coaching standpoint. They've got 60 years on these young cats. We heard Phil Parker come out this week, brought up Oregon offense. He said good things. And then he said, also, they're very well-funded. Couldn't have said it better himself. Iowa, not a well-funded program, but yet they're only a 6-point dog at home against Oregon. Iowa doesn't just cover the spread. They win this game outright. They're going to the Big Ten title. They're going to probably lose it in there. We can hedge out in that game, but give me Iowa in this spot. I think this is must-bet Iowa, and the market's telling me that too.
They're going to win, he said.
They're going to win, Daby Cab, plus 190 on the money line. Look at that hat that Moose is wearing. That's a beautiful hat, Moose. Let the people know.
What you and Moose do this week, man? That's why Moose wasn't answering, because he was fucking hanging out with you.
That's
what I'm thinking, Guns. Hold on, let me see that
again.
again, because that's what they were doing.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. Timestamp that for me. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Moose, go ahead.
To elaborate, Wine Time brought up the age difference in these coaches, but you know what's kind of crazy is that Iowa is actually running a totally new offense.
Yeah,
and it's not like they brought in a new offensive coordinator. Ferentz and his offensive coordinator have been together.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, Gorky. What the fuck?
What?
I run the 100.
And the 100 before.
Oh God.
Shout out to our guy Gorky. Come on, Gorky. My guy Gorky, he's got the bold takes. I got some bold takes too. So let's go.
I'm not. Maybe what he's saying is that cap was so inspiring. He's about to get up and do that.
Can't wait to watch that. Oh my God, that's must see TV. Please.
But here's the point I want to make is that it's an Iowa offense that is now like basically completely new. So this isn't like a bunch of old heads that are stuck to their ways. These are like football coaches that are still staying current. I mean, dude, Kirk Ferentz is still like, chopping it up with the boys. Like he's still out there. Like, dude, it's amazing. I mean, talk about life goals. I want to be able to connect with the college, level athletes when I'm that old, because there's too many old heads out there that as soon as they get to a certain level, they're like, I know everything. You will always be wrong. I will always be right. But that is not Kirk Ferentz. But anyways, I digress. Indiana on the index is a favorite of 7, 3.5, 8, 3, a -20, and a +14. So I didn't really get too much help there.
Wait. Oregon, Moose. You just said Penn State.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I went to
Oregon. Sorry. Seems familiar to Penn State stuff.
Sorry. All right. Oregon is a favorite of -5, -5, -6.5, -5.5, +4.5, -4. So again, not much help in total in terms of like kind of in the area that they thought the game should be. But what I like to look at here is the game that Iowa played against Indiana and how the market reacted to that game versus how the market is reacting to this game. When it was the Indiana game, that line was set at about 6, I want to say 6.5, 7, because Wine and I were talking about, is this line going to go to 7.5? And Wine, you owe me a beer on this. Yeah. And it didn't go just through 7, 7.5. It got all the way up to 9. And this time they set the line again right around 6, 6.5, and it went up to 7. But then it just started going right back down. So the market has made a significant change. Yeah, 6, 7. And now you're starting to see this market.
I don't like you today, Moose.
Huh?
I don't really like you today.
What? It was, dude, I just saw Guns do it. I was like, all right, I'm a teacher.
I'm just honest. So now you know when I always say how much I love doing this with you, I mean it, because I'm telling you the truth. I just don't like you today.
All right. So I'm just gonna kind of wrap it up on Iowa.
Joking, bro. He took that to heart.
I didn't know where to go. It's just like, I don't like you. It's like, okay, cool. Let me just finish my.
You're on Missouri. You're doing the 6, 7. I mean, bro, like you're literally building a list right now.
Guns takes the blame for that one. Moose, please continue. Let's go, Moose. Come on.
This is like, I feel like my class hasn't ended. Like I brought it over to the weekend. Jesus, students, calm down. Everybody, take a breath. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, waterfall. Shh.
Oh, God.
So now here. So I'm on Iowa. I'll end it there. I'm on Iowa.
Guns picks. Please let the people know. I know you're on Iowa here. Let the people know why we should be betting Iowa.
You bet your sweet booty cheeks I'm going to be on Iowa today. It's Kinnick. It's at 3:30. This is an Iowa spot all day long. I know someone said it's public. It ain't public, man. The money
It's
is
not public.
I think it's a little bit of public and a little bit more on the sharp side because the money is like 20% higher on the money. So you got to look at the money more than you look at the tickets on this one. The tickets are like kind of 50-50-ish. But
Yep.
like, let's forget about the market here for a second. Let's look where these teams are. Everybody forgot about Iowa. Nobody's talking about Iowa, and it's a perfect spot because this is a staple game for them. They're 6-2 on the year, and they have one of the best defenses in the country.
Yes.
You look at their defense; they're 5th in opposing yards per game, 3rd in opposing yards. Scoring, opposing yards per game, and yards per play. They're ranked 2nd in the country. Iowa is a team that wants to establish a run. We know that, and they have that good RPO zone type of read offense with Gronowski back there, and Gronowski. Very good for anytime touchdown, by the way. He has 11 rushing touchdowns. Every time they're near the goal line, he's getting the touchdown 1,000%, and they're doing it with Moulton in the back. They're going to do that RPO, and then they're just going to run around the corner and force that defense to go one direction. Most teams try to run the ball against their defense as far as Oregon is concerned, but this game is Oregon's toughest road test of the year. They've only faced Northwestern, Penn State, and Rutgers on the road this year. So this is going to be one of those situations that I love. This is the reason why I love Iowa. Common opponent. Look at the best common opponent that both teams have faced. Guess what that is? Indiana. Both teams lost to Indiana. But Iowa lost by 5 at home, minus 53 net yards, minus 1 turnover ratio, 284 yards of total offense. Oregon lost by 10 points at home, minus 59 net yard average, minus 1 turnover ratio, 267 yards of total offense. So I think the advantage there from a game comparison is Iowa. Also, Iowa just is so good in this type of role as a home dog, 10-3 ATS, as a single-digit dog, last 14. I mean, this team just gets it done in these situations, and this is a Kurt Ferentz type of staple game that you've seen in the history of this team. They're playing a Connect. They're going to have the cancer kids waving out, in the 3rd or 4th quarter to get the crowd even more pumped up for the 4th. This is an absolute slam spot for Iowa. Do I think they're going to win the game? I'm not entirely sure, but 6.5 is just way too many points in this one. So that's why I'm taking it plus 6.5, and it's dropping. I'm seeing 5.5 right now. So it's already going downward. So it is definitely an Iowa spot all day long. Give it to me. And by the way, if you put pressure on the key to beating Oregon, if you put pressure on Dante Moore, that is what and that's what Indiana did. And he struggled, and Wisconsin did it to him too. They had like 5 or 6 sacks against them. Like he only put up 21 points. And also check the kick returner for Iowa. He's a white guy, and I think he runs a 4.2.
He is the best returner of all time right now. He is the best returner.
I love that kid.
He is insane. He's the best returner in college football. He might be one of the best returners of all time right now. Two punt return touchdowns and a kickoff return touchdown. He doesn't call for fair catches. You're going to give him the ball, he's taking it. It don't matter where he is on the field. This kid is fast. He's going to get to the NFL Combine this year. Not even the Combine, Pro Day, because he's not even going to get an invite. And he's going to wow some scouts with his speed, and he's going to make an NFL roster somehow.
Hayden Weege.
Cab, you're muted, I think, my friend, but this was the longest breakdown that we've talked about all day long. We're all really passionate.
Sorry.
Hey, man.
You guys are pretty passionate about it. Gorky said lone wolf on the better team. He said let him. He said he's okay.
That's
okay
usually a good place to be when we're all in agreement.
Gorky's he's sitting there very happy right now. So shout out to our guy Gorky. Let's move on to the next game though, so we don't get into this too much more. This is a game you want to go to
Wrong
Auburn?
one? What are we doing? This one?
I would say let's go to Kansas, Arizona.
I got action here.
I do too, guys. I'm on Kansas +5 -110 here. I hate to sound like a broken record here because I'm on fucking Kansas every single week, and I haven't been super profitable on them. They have been at times, but they really let me down in 2 weeks ago against Kansas State. They got right against Oklahoma State in that second half. I think this is a perfect spot to go into an environment that's not going to be hostile by any means. Shout out to everyone at the University of Arizona, but people go to the Arizona State games. They don't go to Arizona games. This place is going to be halfway full. As good as Arizona has played this year, surprised their fan base isn't out there trying to show some support. I like Brent Brennan as a head coach, but I think that they took advantage of a really bad Colorado team that pretty much gave up. If you watch some of those deep balls that Noah Fafita was throwing, I mean, they were wide open. These were blown coverages by the corners on Colorado, and I was a Colorado backer. I had 2 units on Colorado last week. Got murdered by them. It wasn't even like when I was watching this game, I was like, how the hell did I bet Colorado? This is a get right spot, I think, for Kansas. I think this Kansas team is a lot better than their record. Maybe not a lot better. I think they're a little bit better than their record. They might win 7 games this year. I think this is a spot, though, that they can hang tight on the road and not a hostile environment. Jalen Daniels, his last couple of games as a college quarterback. Hopefully he shows up for this one, shows up for the occasion. The market likes it as well, I believe. I haven't pulled it up quite yet. Let me see if I can find it here. Kansas, Arizona. Yeah, here we go. 71% of bets, 54% of money on Arizona. That gives us 29% of bets and 46% of cash on Kansas. Line's not really moving. We're seeing 4.5s. We're seeing 5s. It's not moving. Give me Kansas. They win this game outright. You're muted, Cab.
Man, fuck. You got the total right there, too?
Don't even listen, Cab. Don't turn on the mute. Just
I
don't
know,
do it.
I know where you're at on this, Cab, and you crush this line movement because we're seeing right now, we are seeing 50. Oh, wait. 50. You did
It came back.
56 and a half.
Yeah, it came back. You got the money on it?
The money on it, yes, I have it right here. We've got 80. Yeah.
The over is taking 85%. The history of the line has it around 80% pretty much the entire week. So you got heavy bets on the over. But as Guns alluded, sometimes the money can be in a little bit more. On the money, it has been about 50% recently. But before that, previously, it was heavy percentage to the over in the 80s to the 90%.
So not necessarily good line for me here, or line movement here, but I am on the over. All I'll say before I hand it off to you guys is I paid attention to Kansas as well. And I see what you saw one time. I do, minus the defense, but there's just been a few, real bad turnovers, but I see what you saw with the team. And one thing that I said after the first week when we did cash them that I bet with you, I was like, man, anytime Kansas is going to be in a football game, I'm taking the over, because if they're going to be in a football game, it's going to be a high-scoring football game. I do agree with Kansas as a side, but I took the over because I just think both teams are going to score here. So I think we're getting into the 60s, maybe even the 70s, but that's where I'm at, is over. Moose.
Index does like Arizona here. Arizona on the index -7.5, -7.5, -5.5, -11, but there is a +6. The market does like Kansas because we already talked about the money that is going towards the Arizona side, yet that total has dropped. It has gone from about a 6.5, 6 down to what you're seeing about 4.5, 4. Hey, Pete, sorry, my dog was about to destroy everything here. So you have seen the market start to love Kansas a little bit. So I can't really go against when the index and the market are 2 totally different teams. I just stay off. So that's what ended up happening.
Guns.
I lean Kansas only because I have a ticket on their win total over for Kansas. They got 5 wins right now. I need 2 more. So that's it. I'm not touching this game from a spread perspective, but I lean Kansas.
Hey, how about 260 on YouTube right now, man? Shout out to all you guys in the chat, man. Keep running it up and share it. That's our high for YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I think 368 between X and YouTube. So much appreciated. If you're on X, retweet for us and then jump over to YouTube, Pub Sports Radio. What the fuck was that?
Guns touched our button.
Sounded like, better have been the A&M fight. He's like, here, let me. Okay. All right, where are we going to next? Should I put that Vandy game up?
Yeah, wherever you guys want. I'm good so far. So,
okay, and then I think we got to make sure and do the LSU Bama, and then we can hit whatever you guys in the chat want us to hit that we missed. And we also got our guy Gorky bringing best bets here. So look, I got a lot of flack for this from a few people that I'm friends with. That when I said this, and I did it last week too. I was on Texas 2.5, and I told you guys I like Vanderbilt. I'm a fan, man. I've had a lot of success betting this team. I think Diego Pavia just has that special something that you can't really put into words, finds a way to get it done and win games. I love Vanderbilt. I truly do. But I've watched both of these teams, And I think Vandy is going to have a very, very tough time scoring on this Auburn defense. I think this Auburn defense has been playing through the adversity all season. And they've shown that, they almost don't really care whether they win football games, if their coach is getting fired, what their offense is doing, who their quarterback is. They just keep playing. This Auburn defense just keeps fucking going out there and making a statement. And I think they do it again here against Vanderbilt. So I definitely like Auburn on the spread. But where I got the shit is when I said that I think Auburn might win this football game. And if they do, I'm sorry, Vandy, but the fantasy fairy tale is over. It's like it's done after this. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think Auburn claps the cheeks. I do like Jeremiah Cobb. I didn't bet him. But that's what I think on this. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. I didn't bet this one.
I'm good.
Yeah, let me go. I think that the firing of Hugh Freeze was perfect. They needed a new voice. It felt like all his press conferences, every time he talked, you could just sense frustration. Yeah. Like you could just tell, like how he would talk to the media, that he was getting overly frustrated. And look, do we not understand why? I mean, based off of what's happened in the SEC with officiating, I don't think there's any doubts about why you'd be frustrated if you are trying to essentially navigate through rigged waters. I think the under here is the best play on the board. You already talked about how you kind of think that the Auburn defense has been, playing through all the adversity the entire year. I see that as well. Auburn has been playing under in conference. They've been playing under all year. Vandy has been playing under in conference as well recently. But if you stop that Vandy rushing attack, which Auburn does have a very good rush defense, they rank top 5. They are hold on, I just had it up. They are 8th in the country in terms of opponent rushing yards, giving up an average of 77 at home and 91 on the road. If you're going to shut down that Vandy running game and you kind of make them turn into more of the O of the RPO, that's going to lend you to fewer points. I think this is an under. I also, Cab, am right there with you on Auburn as well as a side. I also did a same game parlay for this, which was Auburn plus 7.5. and the under at 45.5, which I got at plus 220. And I just got a little sprinkle on that as well. I am still looking at Auburn as a side. And I'm kind of a little disappointed you picked it, Cab, because now I really kind of want to go back and bet that. But that's a lot of money to put on an Auburn team that has really struggled in terms of ATS and straight up. So I'm on the under here, and I'm still kind of looking at Auburn as a side.
I kind of like Auburn as a side too, man.
I might be with you guys on Auburn. As I'm hearing you guys break this down and looking at the market and Hugh Freeze, I mean, you touched on it. They needed to get him out of there. The talent, the roster wasn't the problem. The roster is
this team is stacked.
Like bro. This team has a good roster. Hugh Freeze knows how to recruit and get players in. He just couldn't coach them. So
two problems
with you guys. Guns.
Jackson Arnold was holding the football, and Hugh Freeze is a dumbass. That's the issue. The roster is not the problem. Those are the two reasons that this football team, and they already beat Oklahoma. Let's not forget that. I'll bring that up every fucking chance I get. They got robbed against Oklahoma. And Oklahoma, good job beating Tennessee. I'll eat the crow. I was wrong last week. Shout out to you guys for being on them. At one point, though, Tennessee, right before half, Tennessee was losing, and they had 258 yards of offense, and Oklahoma had 44. That's fucking dickhead Heupel doing his shit that he always does towards the end of the season. Anyway, I digress. Auburn here, Guns, what you think?
Yeah, we got to know a little bit about the interim head coach, DJ Jerkin, who's the actually defensive coordinator. He's taken over. He's been a head coach and an interim head coach in his career. So he's experienced in this role. He was a head coach at Maryland. He was an interim coach for Florida. He's been a defensive coordinator for A&M going into this spot. I think Ole Miss too. He was the defensive coordinator. So you're right. I mean, you actually look at their yardage battle. They won the yardage battle in 3 straight games. They've actually won the turnover battle in 3 straight games as well. And they haven't got the W's. I think they're 1-2 straight up in that run. So it is time to jump on the Auburn wagon. And Vandy is a team that is just a little bit on the decline. This was a team that was a wagon for a little bit, but they're a wagon as a dog, not as a favorite. Now people have caught on to them, and I think we jump on the fired head coach interim bump. You get 1 game. This is the time to do it. So I like Auburn today too. Maybe a little sprinkle in the money line.
Hey, I see you guys in the chat though. Don't think that we don't Still respect y'all's thought. We got Drewski saying Vandy smash. Kong says Auburn team total under 19.5. That plays towards the under, though, that Moose is on, so I'm sure he'd be okay with that as well. Man, shout out to all you guys, man. Obviously, if we have different opinions, that's all good. Appreciate you, Steve G. Let's keep this rolling, man. We got one last big game here on deck. Why does it say 5.5? Who the fuck? T, come on, bro.
Give me Bama. Give me Bama. Give me Bama. Give me Bama.
Everybody and their fucking dog, go ahead. Take that 5.5. Obviously, that's not the fucking line. I didn't make the graphics. None of us here did. I'm not sure if I even want to leave the graphic in front right here for people that are just tuning in, because I know some dumbass in the chat's about to say that line's not 5.5. Anyways, okay. LSU, after taking an absolute ass whooping to A&M, I mean ass whooping. And if y'all want to know what Cassius House said in that clip, he said, "This is my fucking home field. This isn't your home field. This is my fucking home field." He came out and said it when he was mouthing. That's what he said. So LSU traveling to Bama. The spread's what, 10.5 right now? 10.5, I think.
10.5.
Look, it might seem quote unquote fishy. Why isn't it a bigger spread? The look ahead line. I think this was the look ahead line right here, 5.5 or 6.5.
Yeah, probably.
At the beginning of the season. Maybe that's where T got it. If you're saying, oh, this should be 14.5, I agree with you. And sometimes the books are wrong, which is why I took Bama first half here. LSU's dog shit. LSU's not going to have any momentum. Bama first half 3 years ago was a wagon. Let's start that train again today, baby. First half minus 6.5. What's your thoughts, one time?
Nothing for me in this game, fellas. I couldn't move on this, but it kind of reminds me of a couple other games. I mean, you're losing your head coach. You're going against your rival in Alabama on the road. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I would take the 10.5 with LSU if I had to take a bet here in this game. I just don't want to do it.
You fucking all shake your heads.
LSU from a roster standpoint, though, I mean, just kind of like how I mentioned about Penn State, Indiana, LSU does have a good roster. I don't know about their quarterback, but I just think Brian Kelly was the problem. That guy's not a good head football coach. Never liked him since I don't know how he got the job at LSU when he couldn't win at Notre Dame, and he got fired pretty quick here. I don't want to see this guy coaching college football ever again. I don't think we will. I think he's going to retire and call it quits. I would only be on LSU though here.
I'd be careful if you bet it though, because
I'm not going to. This is just I'm all locked in for today. I'm not going to add any other plays. I don't think.
Nussmeier did a press conference and he said that he really liked the way the turf tickled his vagina. So
yeah, it's just
he's going to find his way on the ground again a lot today. I think
from a talent perspective, I don't think it's too much of a mismatch on the field. So I would take LSU. I'm not going to do it though. I don't like SEC. You guys know me. I'm not an SEC kind of guy. I don't really back a lot of SEC games because they're always so close. You never know what's going to happen because I don't think the talent's very far off with a lot of these teams. That's why we see a lot of close games. So I could only go LSU. Would I be surprised if Bama blows the doors off them? Absolutely not. They should. LSU is not a good football team, but from a roster standpoint, my eye test, I mean, they do got some dudes on there. They have 5-star guys pretty much everywhere on this roster and guys in the portal that they spent a lot of money on. Offensive line definitely took a step back this year, and Nussmeier, obviously, whoever thought he was a first-round quarterback, I mean, LOL. I mean, I don't know how anyone could have thought that going into this year. Never was a big fan of this kid. I would take LSU, though. Here I am saying I would take LSU. I'm not going to do it, though. Obviously, public coming in, hammering Alabama. Right now we're seeing 67% of bets, 74% of cash on Bama, and the line, if anything, is moving towards LSU. Or just not moving at all. I think Alabama opened up at an 11. We're seeing 10.5, and this line's not moving. I would take LSU if I had to take something in this, but it's going to be a stay away game. Who knows though? Maybe I add this later on in the day if we're having a good day. Game is until 4:30 my time, so nothing for me as of right now though.
I told you I'm on Alabama first half, so you might as well go ahead and bet it right now, because that's what Wine Time does. If y'all didn't know. Anyways, Moose.
I mean, I was seeing the same thing with the market in terms of it's all going towards LSU. The index does like Alabama quite a little bit, but not significantly. Alabama is listed as a favorite of 11, 9, 11, 15, 14, and a pre-season line of 8.5. Yeah, I don't really know what to add here, just because this is a game you'd expect Alabama just absolutely dominate, but the market seems to really like LSU. So I think I would trust the market more than I would my own eye test, but the eye test is significantly in favor of Alabama.
Guns.
I'm going to jump on the first half with you. I have to. I just went. on Bama. Yes, correct.
Yeah, at least we got somebody here with some sense.
Bama first half is the look on this one, and everyone says yes, the interim coach bump should exist in this game, but they had a week off, so it kind of the motivation kind of wears off after you have a week off. Both teams had a week off, and if you look at Bama at home when they play that first half, I mean the only one they didn't cover was against Vandy, which was tied. So they've either had the lead or tied after the first half in all their home games. Actually, I think I'm going to look right now. In all their games this year, except for Florida State, where in week 1, they've had the lead of more than 7 points, easy, 6.5. And the line is 10.5 in this game. The first half is 6.5. That's 61% of the line. When it's above 60%, you always take the first half. That's kind of a trick of the trade. As far as looking at first half is concerned, you want 60% and above, which is a strong look towards the first half of Bama. I don't know what's going to happen in the game. Maybe LSU has some motivation going against a kind of a SEC rival, but I think first half Bama, if they're going to come out, they're going to come out swinging. They're going to come out smoking. Bama first half at home. That's the way I play this one.
Love that. Love it. I love it. Love it. Speaking sweet, guns. I like it. Hey, I was saying that was fine time. I can't do that to you. I know you got something to say here.
Oh, I would
What
only.
is he doing with the lines? That's not the line, is it?
No.
I think
Where is he getting these numbers? That's my question.
Yeah,
Some
listen,
great
guys.
TLC value he's getting on these lines.
Yeah, I would listen. I would only be on Nebraska here. There's a reason why UCLA was -3 a couple days ago, and now Nebraska is sure enough becoming a -1. What?
-10.
Oh no, -1. But I don't like it. It's a true freshman quarterback starting from Nebraska, right out of Orange Lutheran. Watch some of his high school tape, and this kid is the real deal. I mean, there's a reason why Nebraska paid him a whole lot of money to come over there and be a backup for a couple years behind Raiola. If Raiola was in this game, I would be on UCLA. This would be a 2-unit play because I don't think Dylan Raiola is a good quarterback. But I think this kid, there's not a lot of tape on this kid. And even Tim Skipper, he was saying, like, we were watching some of his high school tape, but, like, they're going to run a completely different offense with him. They don't really know what to expect here. And this is still a fairly new coaching staff with UCLA. You know, the interim head coach coming in for these last 5 weeks and brought in his defensive coordinator. They're going to have to make some serious adjustments and really kind of game plan on what this quarterback's going to do because he's not a mobile quarterback. He's going to want to sit back there and throw. And I don't know, for some reason, I think Nebraska wins this game. The market's telling us that. I mean, the public is hammering UCLA. When has the public ever hammered UCLA this year? Today, because a true freshman quarterback is starting for Nebraska. UCLA had a week off to prepare. But at the same time, I mean, Nebraska lost their quarterback late in that game against USC. So they really had a week to prepare for this kid. I just don't think they're going to be prepared. I think Nebraska wins this game at the Rose Bowl and kind of ruins UCLA. And Tim Skipper probably doesn't get the head coaching job. If he wins this game, he is the head coach for UCLA next year, which I would love because you can put all that money you'd pay Jed Fish, who wants to come to LA. He wants to get out of Washington, come to UCLA, come to Florida, one of those two schools, and give that NIL money to some of these students, some of these athletes that you can bring in. Pay these kids a couple $1 million to come and get the top guys. Don't get a top coach. We don't need that. We got Tim Skipper. We got Jerry Neuheisel. I trust that coaching staff for not saying they're going to ever win a Big Ten title, but to at least be competitive and to have money go into your athletes, which we're not doing right now. I mean, think about it. Tennessee was paying Nico, $4 million last year? We're paying him like $1 million this year. So I want to have the NIL money for the students. I'm off this game. I want UCLA to win. If I had money on this, it would only be Nebraska.
Wow, that said something. Doug Wise said his free bands play of the day, UCLA. Hey, I know that he'll be rooting for you, Doug Wise, since he doesn't have a bet on Nebraska. I know our guy, Wine Time, will be pulling for you.
I want UCLA to win, yeah.
I was going to say, man, shout out to our guy Troy, still rocking with us. Man, we're at 269 live right now, almost to the 275 mark, and that's on YouTube. Between YouTube and X, it's 413. And I'll say it again, man, if you are on X, thank you for watching. Jump over to Pub Sports Radio on YouTube and jump in the chat with us, man. We want to see you in here. But thank you guys, everybody in the chat, for making this fun. Everybody on stage. You heard me joking with Moose. I don't like that you're on Missouri, Moose, but I still love you, man.
Quick for Wager Detective. He wants numbers on this game. Sorry to interrupt you, Cab. Texas Tech, BYU 55% of tickets, 63% of cash on BYU Wager Detective.
Trying to keep up a comment that's long enough to cover the graphic that T did, because I know somebody new is going to join and be like, what the fuck are they doing? What are they talking about?
Yeah, smart. I like that.
Yeah. So shout out to 2 cents, man. But let's recap our bets, fellas. And if we want to give out something that you didn't give out yet, let me know. I can put a graphic up, and then we'll get our guy Gorky up here. I'll go first real quick, and no breakdown, just straight recap. Chauncey Bowens over 43.5 rush yards, minus 114. That's the one I posted as a 2-unit bet. It is now 53.5. I still like it. Just full transparency, I also took a half unit and I put it on over 67 yards, or at least 67, and it was plus 200 when I bet it. So yeah, I still like the adjusted line. I got KC Concepcion over 50.5 receiving yards, minus 114. I got A&M -6, minus 110. I got the over 55.5, minus 120 in the Kansas-Arizona game. I've got Josh Hoover over 2.5 passing touchdowns at plus 115. And I have Alabama first half minus 6.5. I like Arkansas tonight. Might bet it in college basketball. I'll let you guys know. Wine time, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, we are on Penn State plus 16, Iowa plus 6, Mississippi State plus 8, West Virginia. Didn't talk about that one, but we are on them minus 6.5. Didn't talk about the Wisconsin-Washington game. I'm on Wisconsin plus 11.5. I think Washington might be on upset alert here in Madison, Wisconsin. I think if Wisconsin's going to win a game, it's going to be right here against a Washington team that I think a lot of people are saying, why weren't they ranked a couple weeks ago? I don't think they're very good. They probably should have lost to Maryland a couple weeks ago in Maryland. And we are also on Kansas plus 5, minus 110, and Marshall plus 13.5, minus 110. Added 2 teasers as well. Iowa plus 12.5 and Kansas plus 11 at plus 100, 6-point teaser. Marshall plus 19.5 and Penn State plus 26-point teaser at plus 100 once again. So we're loading up on a couple games here today, guys. Had kind of a rough day yesterday in college football. Probably should have got UCF and probably should have got Northwestern. Some epic collapses late in the games. Couldn't get there. Hoping to have a better day today. I'm looking forward to it. Nothing better than college football Saturday, guys. I love this shit more than anything. So I'm excited to watch some good football today. Moose, let the people know what you're on today.
Yeah, I'll kind of expand on a couple of things since we seem to have a little bit more time today. So one of the bets that I have that I kind of want to go through that we've talked a lot, and we haven't talked about this. I don't think we've talked about. Yeah, no, we have talked about this conference. Is the Gun Belt and looking at Arkansas State today.
Oh, yeah.
I do not like the idea of going up against Southern Miss. I do not like that. But early in the week, I was kind of looking at this game and I was saying, Southern Miss hasn't exactly had the toughest road schedule up to this point. And the one team that they had that was, kind of, competent was Louisiana Tech, which they did lose by 10. They did play Georgia Southern, who is better at home than they are on the road. But Georgia Southern has had their issues, and they played a Louisiana team that is essentially kind of in a rebuild. And Butch Davis at home has been very good. He's been a very solid coach, especially when you're giving him, over a field goal, close to a touchdown. But here is the red flag. The market has significantly shifted since I bet this. It was 4.5 when I bet it, and I saw Arkansas State money driving the line from a 6 down to a 4.5. So I took the 4.5, but that line has since shifted back over to Southern Miss because I believe I couldn't really find any clarification on it, but I believe Southern Miss does get back a linebacker today as well. That is one of their better linebackers. I couldn't figure that out 100%. Saw it somewhere, couldn't verify it, but anyways, the line movement could somewhat correlate to that. I don't necessarily 100% endorse it, but I still think Arkansas State at home as a dog is a solid look. I am also on Iowa plus 7, Penn State plus 15, Ohio State and Purdue. I'm on the under 48 going back to the Ohio State in conference unders. I'm trying it one more time with them on the road. Purdue has also had a pretty solid year in terms of going to the under and playing some decent defense, a bend but don't break defense. So I'm going to take that under. And I'm also on the Vanderbilt, Auburn under 45.5, Army, Virginia moneyline parlay. Auburn, Vanderbilt under 45.5 and Auburn plus 7.5 plus 220. And I am also on a Malachi Toney receiving yards prop over 79.5 and sprinkled a touchdown for plus 122, as well as individualized prop on Malachi Toney. Damian Edwards is out. And when they had in their backup was not nearly as effective as Edwards was. I expect that offense to funnel threw Malachi Tony against the Syracuse team that fucking sucks against good receivers. So give me Malachi Tony.
I like it. And Moose, just so you know, our guy Big Ragu, we broke down the card yesterday. He is very heavy on that Arkansas State, not just on the spread, but on the money line. His numbers had Arkansas State as a -2.
Yeah, my spread had Arkansas favorite as -1, pick 'em, -3, +1.5, and a -11. I have the exact same numbers on that.
Nice.
But the market is telling you Southern Mississippi.
Guns, let the people know what you're on today. I know my guy Guns got a lot of plays today. Whatever you want to share, though.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of plays. If you want to go check out my free plays college basketball, I put my entire card on my Telegram. You can go check that out. Instagram, ylose_guns. The link is in the bio. Go check that out. Or you can go check out X Guns Picks. There's a link in my bio there, too. You can join my Telegram. I got 8,000 of you motherfuckers in there, and people are loving the college basketball plays. That's a little quick plug for myself. But the plays I'm going to be on for the show, JMU -13.5, gave that out. That's a VIP, and I'll give you another VIP. Shit. Iowa +6.5 is going to be on my card, but let's get a little bit nitty gritty and dirty of the dirty. I'm going to go. Actually, I wanted to talk about some of the lower games, like, the Conference USA and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that today because there's a very special day that's going on with SMU and Boston College. Red Bandana game is like, this is a very important for the history. If you know anything about the Red Bandana game, there was a hero who always wore a red bandana. He played lacrosse for Boston College. Saved a lot of lives during 9/11 and it sacrificed his own entire life when the towers collapsed. So it's a big day, motivational factor. And you have SMU in a weird sandwich spot. They do have a bye coming up, and they got LSU, one-loss team on deck. And then they just came off a big win versus, I think they were a double-digit dog against Miami. So this is a good situational spot. Boston College played their ass off against Notre Dame, just couldn't get the win. Also, SMU 1-5 ATS is a favorite this year. I love the +10.5 on Boston College today, just on the sheer fact that you got to support your heroes. Boston College +10.5 all day long. So those are the plays. JMU -13.5, Iowa +6.5, and Boston College +10.5. That's the way I'm doing it.
I love it, man. That's a nice card right there. Shout out to you guys. Let's bring on our guy, without further ado, let's bring on our guest. But I got to give a quick shout out to our guy, Zoe, in the chat. Got to kick it with him in the Discord a couple times. Super cool guy right there. Shout out to him. $99 donut. Yeah, to bless us. Let's go. Without further ado, guys, let's bring on our special guest here who always closes the show out. But before we bring him on, Moose, Guns, any other games you want to talk about really quick? We got some time. No pressure, though. We can bring on our guy.
All right, let me give my dog shit game of the week. All right, let's talk about that one. I guess I'll do it. Fuck it. Let's go Conference USA with FIU, Middle Tennessee State. Now, if you watch Middle Tennessee State, oh my God, they're 1-7 on the year, and they're just on the precipice of getting a W in conference. They're -4 point differential, plus 29 net yard average, -1 turnover ratio. In the last 4 games, they lost by, get this, 8, 3, 3, and 3. I mean, this team is just ready and hungry for a win. They have a good passing team. They're going against an FIU team that has underperformed on the road. They have -12 point differential, -32 net yard average. They gave up 434 yards per game to opponents on the road. They're 1-3 straight up in that span. And then Middle Tennessee State is 5-1 straight up last 6 versus FIU, and they lost last year 55-34 in a heartbreaker. They were 9.5 point road dogs in that situation. Now you see them kind of in that short dog, small favorite type of situation. It's telling you that Middle Tennessee State is due for a win. They're going to get it done today. Middle Tennessee money line is the way I'm playing that one. That's the 4th play. There you go.
I love it. Hey guys, this has been the best show so far we've had this year. I mean, right now we've had 240, 250 people in here the last probably 30 minutes or so. So shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Follow all these guys on Twitter, guys. We might not always all post all of our plays, but you could probably DM us if you ever want to talk college football. I know Moose will always share his action.
We hit 270 on YouTube just a minute ago. That's awesome.
Shout out to that. That's awesome.
I just retweeted. That's why.
475 between YouTube and X too. So shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah, shout out to our guys, Moose Money.
Gun rifle push.
I'm gonna bring on our next guest before we get out of here. That was a very brisk pace. Like I
pay that man his money.
There he is.
There he is. I feel like we got to every game, and
that's nice, boys. That's nice.
Let's go, Gorky. Let the people know what you're on today, my friend.
Hey, man.
Let's start like this. This is the last one I moved on just now. It just came back to me. This ticket, Texas A&M team total over. What the fuck?
Let's
That's
go,
good.
Gorky. Hell yeah.
Where are you at, Gorky? I can find a number for you if you need it.
No.
He's got the actual ticket in his hand.
I know. I love
love
Gorky's
that.
always got the tickets in the hand. That's my favorite. That's the thing about Vegas. You go to Vegas, guys, there's something different about looking at it on your phone than looking at it on a slip, and you're just sitting
I
there.
mean, you can always print your ticket off. You know that, right?
Oh, whatever. I know I don't got a printer on deck though, so but it's just something different about sitting in that sports book and having that ticket in the hand. Like it's just you got to make sure you don't fucking lose that shit either, though. So shout out to you, Gorky. Gorky, where we go?
Gorky, they want you to scoot over so they can see you.
Yeah.
They like to see your beautiful face.
Texas A&M team total over to 30.5.
You're good if you can't get there.
100.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, but I have to hurry up because I have to go change this because I'm a moron and I clicked the wrong button.
Oh,
Gorky, if you want to go change that now, you can, bro.
Yeah, bro, I have to go.
Okay.
All right.
We love you, bro. Thank you.
See you boys
Love you,
next
Gorky.
week.
Money is more important, man. Money's most important, especially.
Nebraska money line is my other play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I'll go into that for Gorky. Gorky, I heard him break it down earlier this week. He thought Raiola was going to be in it and then realized he wasn't. He still got a really good number, guys. I mean, he got Nebraska as a dog, and they're now pretty much a favorite right now. I like everything Gorky's doing here on this play. And shout out to Gorky. That's how you know you're locked in. It's like,
I'm sorry. I hate to laugh at the misery, but like Gorky
No,
said, man,
that's-
bro,
You'd
that's-
laugh at it too. It's all right. You'd laugh.
you got to
at it.
make sure you have the right ticket. So Gorky's going to make sure he has
Hell
the
yeah.
right ticket.
I mean, you got to appreciate the tenacity. Sometimes when I realize I made the wrong bet, it's like, fuck it, I don't want to go back and do it again.
He said, I gotta go.
It's
Bro,
like-
my first
I've been
time
like,
in fucking Vegas, I fucking clicked.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wrong
clip that.
game.
Somebody in the chat just clip
it
it.
looks like I'm on the other side now.
Shout
It
out
was
to our
your
guy, Gorky.
Padres too. I was taking their team total over. I was with fucking friends, and I picked the second game of a doubleheader on accident on the
Oh,
stupid fucking computer.
That's the worst. I've done
Yeah.
that too, Kat.
I've done it where I was like, yeah, I just cashed my max bet.
and
And I
then I
went,
look and it's still
what did I
pending.
do?
I'm like,
Bro, I tried to cash the ticket. The lady's like,
no.
"What are you doing? This game just started." I'm like, "What do you mean? Give me my money, god damn it!"
Oh, the worst.
You know what I meant.
Anyways, go
Matt.
ahead and hit this one, and then I'll do the
Yeah,
graphics.
yeah.
and I'll
Call
go.
up the book and tell him like, no. It's like Joe Pesci in Casino. He goes, no. I was laying. He goes, "You
I
were?"
know.
Yeah,
He got paid, didn't he? Didn't he get paid in that too?
Yes.
Didn't they like, all right, fine, whatever.
but it was different because he didn't actually have
Give
to
him 10. Give him 10.
You know, he takes a couple baseball bats, so you know his. Sorry,
Oh
spoiler alert.
man, that's guys. Casino. That's one
Such
of
a
my
good
favorite
movie.
movies of all
So
time.
good, so
Based on a
good.
true story.
All right, well, are we done here, or we got more to say?
It's crazy that we're 90 minutes in and we finished everything. I'm all good. I have all my.
You know, this
plays
is
for you
the time
guys,
that we're supposed to like our goal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally. this
We're
is-
right there. Perfect.
We
Great
literally hit it on the knot today.
Got
So
less than
shout out
30
to the
minutes.
chat.
Get in your guys' bets if you haven't. So get them in
The
right
like
now.
button.
How about this? There's still over 200 people on YouTube with us and over 400 on X and YouTube. Guess the score of the A&M Missouri game in the comments after the fucking show. Don't put it in the live chat. I'm not even going to acknowledge it again. That don't count. When the show ends, leave a comment after the show. Guess the score of the A&M Missouri game and who wins. Whoever gets it right, 25 bones your way. Outside of that, thank you guys, man. Guns, Moose, wine
Quickly,
time.
Cap, Donut Skills in the chat. If you're there, my friend, a couple weeks ago, you won a giveaway and I never received a message from you. I owe you $25, my guy. So please reach out. If you don't have Twitter, reach out to someone at Pub Sports Radio, email Pub Sports. They'll get back to me.
I
And
paid somebody, bro. Was it him?
it was Donut Skills. I remember I wrote it down because I
No,
think
I paid somebody. Is this a different one?
No, this was the same thing that we did, but I think I gave an additional 25 and he never reached out, and I see him in the chat all the time and I've asked me like, oh, let me know what your Venmo is so I can send it over to you. Reach out to Pub Sports Radio, their email. It's probably on the website. I don't know at the top of my head, but reach out to them. They'll reach out to me, send your Venmo, send your PayPal, and I'll send it your way.
Oh yeah, man. All right. Score of the A&M Missouri game. Guns, Moose, anything you want to say to the people before I end it?
I can give a little elaboration. I've kind of typed into the chat on the parlay. The Army and Virginia, they both have reverse line movement, and they both have love on the index. Don't like laying the 7, don't like laying the 6.5. So I just put it in a money line parlay that gave me plus money. So that's one of my bets for today.
Man, hell yeah!
All right, let me end this motherfucker like a fucking.
I'm trying to find the ending, Guns. Go ahead, though. Yeah, go for it.
Here's what we need to do, guys. If you guys haven't hit the like button on this video, you might as well do it right now. If you're going to drop into the comment section, please drop the comment section. And by the way, if you don't like any of the picks that we have, there's some of you motherfuckers that chirp me all the time. Please keep the chirping going because I love it. It gets me fucking motivated. And make sure you follow these guys on social media. You got Wine Time Sports, you got Daby Cab, you got Moose Money, and you got GUNZPICKS. Oh, yes, this is how we're going to do it. We are going to have ourselves a damn Saturday. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the board. And as always, let's keep dancing. Ah!
Where's the bang, Preston? Come on.
I can't breathe. Pub Sports Radio. Come find us at Southtown 101. Subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where podcasts are found.